It's hard to miss the fact that it's getting more expensive to live in America these days. I'll pinpoint some of the things that are becoming less affordable for middle class Americans coming up. Hello, I'm Bobby Lee, and this is a Money Crashers crash course on 8 things that are becoming less affordable for the middle class. You know, it wasn't so long ago that a single income could support an average family. Nowadays, even two-income households are struggling to scrape by. Let's take a look at 8 things that these middle class Americans are finding harder to afford. First is a new car. Did you know that the average price tag of a new car is $30,000? Talk about unaffordable. But that doesn't stop dealers and finance companies from trying to get consumers behind the wheel of a new car. They're stretching out loan periods and tacking on expensive add-ons, regardless of financial strain on you. Both of these practices are contributing to negative equity on long-term car loans, which means that you'll owe more on the loan than the car is worth. Second is dental visits. Did you know that only 60% of adults have seen their dentist within the last year? Dental care and insurance are both very expensive. If your teeth are still in good condition, then paying for cleanings with cash is probably better. But if you need major work, it can cost a bundle, even with dental insurance. It's no wonder that 25% of adults suffer from untreated tooth decay, and it's also the most common chronic illness among school-aged children. Third is sick days. The US is the only developed nation where paid sick leave isn't required. It's expensive and deadly to prioritize money over health. If we had sick leave, Americans would save over 1 million emergency visits and $1.1 billion in medical costs. Not to mention the threat that sick people pose to others. Giving a worker that's sick with the flu 1 day to recover would reduce flu transmissions in the workplace by 25%. That number goes up to 40% if they were given 2 days. Fourth is vacations. Fewer people are taking vacations because of lost income. Less than 40% of respondents in a survey said they took a summer vacation normally. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics found that the number of companies offering paid vacation leave is dwindling. 82% of workers got such a benefit in 1992, only 77% did in 2012. Fifth is college. Higher education may be more accessible, but it's not necessarily more affordable. Total student loan debt in America has surpassed the $1 trillion mark, making that type of debt so large that it's second only to home mortgages. That same data showed that delinquencies and defaults occur at a far higher rate with student loans than with any other type of debt. As a result, many 20 to 30-somethings are living at home, and they're not buying homes of their own. Home ownership is 36% lower for people paying student loans than with their peers without student debt. And it's not just young people. Older Americans are feeling similar effects. Americans over age 60 owe billions in student debt from their own degrees and for loans that they've co-signed for their children. In fact, Social Security checks are garnished 3 times more often for student loan debt in 2013 than in 2006. Sixth is weddings. Marriages used to be more straightforward. You fall in love, agree to commit, and exchange vows amongst family and friends. Nowadays, it's turned into a huge financial commitment for many couples. It's not uncommon to spend between $10,000 and $30,000 or maybe even more for a wedding. Many couples take on second jobs, work overtime, run up a credit card bill, and tap family members for funds to pay for weddings. But they still end up carrying wedding-related debt after marriage. But it's not limited to just the couple getting married, when guests also have to pay dearly for attending weddings. The average wedding guest spent about $673, so no wonder 43% of Americans said they've turned down a wedding invitation for financial reasons. Seventh is live entertainment. Sporting events and concerts rake in billions of dollars each year. The average concert ticket cost $71.36 in 2014. Along the same lines, it cost a family of 4 about $212 to attend a Major League Baseball game in 2015. That number jumped to $479 for an NFL game. You could argue that fans could forego food, beverages, and souvenirs to save money, but the only reason they would try to enjoy an event under those circumstances is that it's unaffordable in the first place. Finally, eighth is retirement. Pensions used to be an important part of the U.S. retirement system, but in 2012, only about 18% of private sector employees actually had a pension plan. Instead, Americans have been pushed towards other options like 401k plans, but these plans leave us to our own device, begging the question of whether or not we've amassed enough money to retire comfortably. According to a Wells Fargo survey, 34% of the middle class said they didn't expect to be able to retire until age 80. 37% said they plan to work until they're too sick or die. Bottom line, it's tough to afford to live as a middle-class American. It's justifiable as to why many feel squeezed financially. But some of this is still in your control through practicing strategic personal financial management. Let's review the 8 things that are less affordable for middle-class Americans these days. New cars, dentist visits, sick days, vacations, college, weddings, live entertainment, and retirement. For more information on developing money management strategies and how being a middle-class American is defined, visit our website at moneycrashers.com. I'm Bobby Lee with Money Crashers, and this has been a crash course on 8 things that are becoming less affordable for the middle class.